You wake up at 3 in the morning, and there's a weight on your chest that wasn't there when you fell asleep. Your cat, the same one who used to treat your bedroom like an occasional pit stop between more important nightly adventures, is now pressed against you, purring so loudly you can feel the vibration through your ribs. Over the past few weeks, this aloof creature, who once claimed the entire house as their domain, has been choosing the same 8 inches of mattress space right next to your body, night after night. And if you think it's just about warmth or convenience, behavioral neuroscience tells a completely different story. The mystery of the midnight migration. The mystery of the midnight migration started when you began noticing a pattern. Not just one random night, but a measurable shift unfolding over weeks, maybe months. Your cat is systematically choosing proximity to you with increasing frequency. Maybe it started at the foot of the bed, then closer, night by night, until they're pressed against your side, occupying 60% of your pillow and leaving you the rest. Or they've abandoned their cat tree entirely for the corner of your duvet. Here's what makes this intriguing. Cats are creatures of rigid routine. They eat at the same time, patrol the same routes, and establish sleeping territories with the precision of a surveyor. When that changes after years of consistency, it's not impulsive, it's deliberate. You might think you changed something: detergents, thermostat, furniture. But researchers studying feline spatial behavior found that external factors account for less than 30% of these cases. The real catalyst isn't in your environment, it's in your relationship. Something has fundamentally shifted in how your cat perceives you. Their sleeping location is simply the most visible sign of that transformation. Decoding the feline mind requires us to travel back roughly 10,000 years, to when cats first decided that humans might be useful. Notice the phrasing, cats decided. Unlike dogs, who were actively domesticated through selective breeding, cats essentially domesticated themselves. Early agricultural settlements attracted rodents, rodents attracted wild cats, and those cats discovered that human grain stores meant easy hunting. The humans tolerated them. It was a business arrangement, not a bond. But even after 10,000 years, your cat's brain remains remarkably close to their wild ancestors. Domestic cats differ from wild cats by less than 1% of their DNA. Dogs have diverged from wolves by nearly 30%, which means the cat on your chest right now is operating with essentially the same wiring as a solitary desert predator. And for a solitary predator, sleep is the most dangerous activity they engage in. In the wild, cats sleep elevated, hidden, protected, anywhere that allows threat assessment from every angle. Research on feline sleep architecture shows they spend roughly 70% of their sleep in light, easily disrupted phases, ready to wake and run at any moment. So when your cat chooses to sleep pressed against you, they're overriding millions of years of evolutionary programming. No elevated position, no escape route, no visibility, complete vulnerability. Feline behavioral research keeps confirming the same thing. Cats only do this when they've formed a secure attachment bond. Your cat hasn't just tolerated your presence. They've neurologically reclassified you from potential threat to trusted family member, a cognitive shift researchers once believed cats were incapable of. The evidence is currently taking up 75% of your pillow. The science of cat attachment was something researchers didn't even believe existed until recently. For decades, the consensus held that cats were incapable of forming genuine emotional bonds, that they viewed us as convenient food dispensers and nothing more. A 2019 study from Oregon State University dismantled that. Researchers adapted the strange situation test, originally designed for human infants, for cats. Owners left an unfamiliar room, then returned. The results were stunning. 64% of cats displayed secure attachment behaviors, seeking comfort upon reunion, using their owner as a secure base to explore, showing visible distress during separation, 64%. Roughly the same rate found in human children, higher than dogs. The neurochemistry goes deeper. When you interact with your cat, Both your brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same molecule that creates pair bonding in romantic relationships. Studies show oxytocin levels in cats increase up to 12% within just 5 minutes of contact with their preferred human. And oxytocin doesn't just feel good. It actively suppresses fear and stress hormones, creating a neurological state of safety. So when your cat migrates closer to you at night, they're not seeking warmth. They're seeking the one neurochemical experience only you provide. Their brain has learned that proximity to you means reduced cortisol and elevated oxytocin, the biological signature of trust. Researchers call this secure base behavior. You've become their emotional anchor. And sleep, the most vulnerable state a predator can enter, becomes the ultimate test of that bond. By choosing to sleep against you, they're telling you something no hiding spot or elevated perch could replace. You are their preferred source of safety, the one presence that allows their hypervigilant brain to finally, genuinely rest. Trust operates on a completely different exchange rate in the feline world than in human relationships, and nowhere is this more visible than in sleep. For your cat, sleep is the biological state where they're most likely to die. Predators target sleeping prey for a reason. A sleeping cat is defenseless. Reaction time delayed. Muscles relaxed, escape routes requiring precious seconds to activate. This is why wild and feral cats are so deliberate about where they sleep. High branches, dense brush, rocky crevices with one narrow entrance, locations that answer a single question. If something attacks me while I'm unconscious, will I survive? Now watch your cat sleep next to you. Not elevated, not hidden. Sprawled across your comforter, paws stretched out, sometimes on their back, belly fully exposed. The single most vulnerable position a cat can assume. In predator-prey dynamics, exposing your vital organs is the universal signal of complete defenselessness. Every night your cat makes a calculated decision. Sleeping vulnerably next to you is worth less risk than the security your presence provides. Their brain has determined, through whatever complex neurological calculus it runs, that you are not a threat. More than that, you are protection. They trust you with their life. Literally. That trust didn't appear overnight. It accumulated through hundreds of small interactions, consistent care, and predictable behavior that taught their survival-focused brain one crucial lesson. With you, they're safe. The temperature theory starts with the most common explanation. Your cat is just cold and you're warm. There's a kernel of truth there. Cats are most comfortable between 86 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit, while humans prefer a cooler 68 to 72. So yes, you're warm. But here's where the logic falls apart. If warmth were the only motivation, your cat would be somewhere else entirely. That sunny spot by the window exceeds 90 degrees on a clear afternoon. Your heating vent is warmer. That electric blanket you bought specifically for them maintains a constant 95 degrees. They ignore all of it and choose you instead. Researchers studying feline thermoregulation found that when cats have access to multiple heat sources, including their preferred humans, they don't consistently choose the warmest option. They choose based on social preference roughly 73% of the time, even when it means sleeping somewhere slightly cooler. Your cat is willing to sacrifice optimal temperature for your company. And the detail that completely dismantles the theory. Cats with secure attachments sleep near their humans, even in summer. Even when ambient temperatures exceed their comfort zone. Even when every thermoregulation instinct should be driving them toward the coolest tile floor in the house. They're not using you as a heating pad. They're choosing connection over comfort. The warmth is a bonus, not the motivation. You're not just a human. You're home. And that realization represents one of the most remarkable achievements in interspecies bonding that exists on this planet. Because your cat didn't evolve to need you the way dogs evolved to need humans. They chose this bond independently against every survival instinct encoded in their DNA. When your cat curls against you at night, they're performing an act that contradicts 10,000 years of solitary predator programming. They're overriding fear, suppressing vigilance, and embracing vulnerability, all because somewhere in their neurological assessment of the world, you've been reclassified from potential threat to irreplaceable family. That's not anthropomorphization. That's not wishful thinking. That's measurable oxytocin, observable secure attachment behavior, and documented trust indicators that researchers once believed cats were incapable of displaying. So the next time you wake up with your cat pressed against your side, taking up exactly 60% of the bed and leaving you the rest, remember what that proximity actually represents. It's not convenience. It's not just warmth. It's your cat telling you, in the only language they have, that in a world full of hiding spots and safe havens, you've become their safest place. And that's something worth losing sleep over.